That one's in the fourth, 44-14 your score. Now here's one we are keeping an eye on. Oh, boy, we've already had one upset tonight, and that was the biggest one. We're not going to have another upset as big as what we got from Geraldine and Fife. When you stop the nation's longest win streak, that's an upset. All right? James Clemens right now comes into tonight. They are ranked 5th in the Class 7A rankings. Sparkman and James Clemens knotted up at 15 apiece in the fourth quarter. How about that one? That one has got playoff implications all over the place. Because at the start of the night, James Clemens 5-0, Class 7A Region 4. Bob Jones 4-1. Florence and Sparkman right there at 3-2. Knocking on the window, wanting to get into that playoff conversation, the Huntsville Crimson Panthers, they're taking on Florence tonight. So here's how this one would work out, okay? If James Clemens beats Sparkman, James Clemens 6-0. A win gives them their third region title in 4 seasons, okay? That we get. Florence, with a win tonight, they'd wrap up a playoff berth, okay? Probably that 3rd seed. Bob Jones with a win tonight, and they are leading Grissom at the moment, and it looks like Bob Jones is going to go on to get that win over Grissom. They'd move to 5-1. Now, James Clemens owns the tiebreaker over Bob Jones. If Florence and Sparkman both win, that's your 4 teams. James Clemens, Bob Jones, Florence, and Sparkman. Those are the 4 teams going to the playoffs in Class 7A Region 4. Now, here's the catch. If James Clemens beats Sparkman and Florence beats Huntsville, Huntsville still has a shot to get into the playoffs. Because next week, for the region finale, Huntsville travels to Harvest to take on Sparkman. And if Huntsville would beat Sparkman next week, then Huntsville could get into the playoffs. That's the road for the Crimson Panthers for the postseason. What can't happen is Florence beats Huntsville and Sparkman beats James Clemens. If that happens, if that combination is indeed what happens, your 4 teams are James Clemens, Bob Jones, Florence, and Sparkman. Huntsville, Austin, Grissom, and Albertville are on the outside looking in next week no matter what. So we're keeping an eye on that one as well. James Clemens, though, they're in good shape to win that region. They just want the outright region championship. Lee over Ardmore right now in the fourth, 28-13. And that is a big one as well because there is some jumbled playoff standings in that region right now. Russellville, East Limestone. Now with Russellville's win, they move to 5-0. East Limestone falls to 4-1. Ardmore, Lee, May Jemison, they come in tonight. Ardmore comes in 2-2. Lee comes in 2-2. May Jemison comes in 2-3. May Jemison got a win last night, so it's imperative that Lee gets a win tonight if they want to make it into the playoffs. And Lee is in control of this one over Ardmore. So if it all plays out tonight, Lee would move to 3-2 in the region. Ardmore falls to 2-3. May Jemison falls to 2-3. And what do you know? Next week, May Jemison travels to Ardmore. That could be for that 4th and final playoff spot. Oh, man, I told you we have got a ton of stuff, a ton of things to get through tonight, a ton of region battles, implications all over the place. Hartselle does get a win over Hazel Green tonight, 56-7. Thank you for that score, 256-576-4977. That is how you can give us your score tonight. You can jump in with the action if you want to. You want to tell us who had some primetime performances, who indeed needs a helmet sticker. Just go ahead and give us a call, 256-576-4977. That is the number 2, the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. Just give us a call, and we can tell you. Just give us your score. Some Tennessee scores. Well, right now, yes. Well, we do got a score 70-10. Lipscomb over the Etowah Blue Devils tonight. Richland falls to Forest. That is a Tennessee score, 21-14. Another Tennessee score, Cornersville over Wayne County, 31-0. It is Giles County over Sequatchie County, 56-0. And it's Red Bank over the Fayetteville City Tigers, 28-0. And if our friend Craig calls from north of the border, we may not hear from him tonight. Red Bank shuts out the defending champions up there. Phillips over Shoals Christian tonight, 59-0. It's Piedmont over Hoax Bluff, 38-14. Another Tennessee score, Tullahoma over Lawrence County, 35-0. It is good to have the drum corps, the drum band back. We have got a full house. Although I do got to admit, some of the members of the North Alabama High School football scoreboard team, they're a little upset at us tonight. They are a little upset at us because we took the couch away.
Yeah, there's no
and
couch.
we have got a packed house here tonight, and there is no couch for our scorekeepers to sit on, and they're looking at us like we are crazy because, one, we forgot the pizza, and two, we took the couch away. So
blame it on the rain.
So there is nothing to eat for the scoreboard staff tonight, and I apologize for that. That is my fault. I did eat my sandwich that I had left here. I did eat my sandwich that I left here, and they're all looking at me like, come on now, we've done this for 8 weeks, and you guys forget the pizza tonight? Yes, I did. So I do apologize for that, and I apologize to the whole staff out there that I forgot.
Slacking.
I am letting everybody down on the North Alabama High School football scoreboard staff out there tonight, and we pay them with pizza, and I forgot the pizza. So I will make it up to them next week. I'll add cinnamon rolls, or I'll add cinnamon rolls, cinnamon twist, or something to the order next week to make up for the thing. All right, congratulations to the Decatur Heritage Christian Eagles. They get a win tonight over Cherokee, 47-0, and that is a big win because congratulations need to go out to Steve Meek, the head coach of the Decatur Heritage Eagles. He notches career win number 100 tonight. So congratulations to Coach Meek on win number 100, and congratulations to the Decatur Heritage Eagles. They get a win. Decatur Heritage, by the way, your 5th-ranked team in Class 1A. All right, we keep on with the scores. As we mentioned, here we go. North Jackson does get a win over John Paul II tonight, 27-9, and it is a final. Lee gets the best of Ardmore, 35-20. So we're going to update the standings there and go over those in a little bit. Fairview over Brewer tonight, 55-14. Coleman gets the best of Athens tonight, 10-3. That is big, and we will explain why there. All right, it is 9:26. Let's go ahead and get a break in. Because when we come back, we'll update more scores. We'll run it all down, and we'll see if I can keep the scoreboard staff from making me go home.
Hello, this is Kerry Rosenblum Realty, and we're part of that MA family. It's great to see football season back in, and we're at Rosenblum Realty trying to take care of all your real estate needs, whether home buying or selling. We'd like for you to put our 64 years of experience to work for you. We have 4-generation family ownership, and again, take a personal touch to taking care of your real estate needs. Call us at 256-539-9501 or rosenblumrealty.com.
What can you expect when you shop for a firearm at Bullet & Barrel? Expect great prices. We specialize in quality over quantity. Expect great service. Our professional sales staff is never pushy. We won't talk you into something that doesn't fit your needs. You have the right to make a smart, informed decision. Expect Bullet & Barrel, Alabama's only 5-star indoor shooting range, to support you after the sale. Bullet & Barrel, 3252 Lehman Ferry Road. Like or follow us on Facebook. Come see us soon.
Chad, cue the cheesy Italian music. So you're in charge of the dinner spot, and the family is a hard group to please. Dad wants award-winning 21-day age certified Angus beef. Mom craves authentic Italian food like great-grandma. Sissy pretty much won't eat anything but fresh seafood. And old life of the party, Uncle Walter, likes to enjoy a cigar after dinner with some live local entertainment and some killer cocktails. So you think you're in a pickle? Well, you're not. Relax. I'm Tom Chapman, chef at Nick's Ristorante at 10300 Bailey Cove Road, just south of Weatherly. We have all that and more. Our friendly and helpful staff is eager to help you Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 5. So, corral that crazy crew of yours and give us a call at 256-489-8280 or tell them to check us out at nicksristorante.com. I promise you, the gang will all think you're a culinary cruise director of awesomeness if you take them all to Nick's. See you soon. Ciao. Okay, Chad, kill that music.
Nick's is for patrons 19 or older.
SportsMed is the official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. And if the pros trust SportsMed, you can too. SportsMed provides every service you might need for complete orthopedic care, specializing in orthopedic surgery, sports medicine, joint replacement, spine surgery, neurosurgery, and podiatry. And they offer their own brace shop, in-house full-body MRI, physical therapy, walk-in clinic, and so much more. 4 locations and on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
You know that there are some words that have really messed up our world. The devil, way back in Genesis, said, "Has God really said?" Unfortunately, we often listen to those words of the devil. We question God's word. We often doubt God's goodness, and we make a mess for ourselves and so many others. Hey, let's honor the word of God for what it is. It is God's word. Let's follow it and be blessed by it. Hey, I'm John Dees, pastor of Cross Point Church, smack dab across the street from the YMCA in Madison, and check us out at cpcfamily.org.
Hey folks, this is Arthur Seaton, managing partner at University Kia, here letting you know we are proud supporters of Alabama A&M University football. Stop into University Kia today and shop our large selection of new Kias, including the all-new Telluride 8-passenger SUV, the stylish new K5, and sporty new Seltos. Visit universitykia.com and view all our great offers and get pre-approved in minutes so you can drive home your new Kia today, because we want to see ya in the Kia. Go Bulldogs!
While other stations keep changing their lineup,
Yeah!
we keep plugging away.
Did you lose your mind all of a sudden, or was it a slow, gradual process?
Thank you for making us your number one choice for sports talk in North Alabama. We are 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Welcome back to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show with Scott Tyson. Now, here's Scott and Chad.
And welcome back to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Scott Tyson, Chad Guathney with you until 11 o'clock tonight. We are holding serve and getting finals coming in rapidly all across North Alabama. We have got scores. The biggest one of the night is the upset. Geraldine gets the best of Fife tonight, 20-19. That stops the nation's longest win streak at 51 games. It's Geraldine's first win against Fife since 2013 and only their second win against Fife since 2008. Got to go all the way back to 1999 and 2000. That's when Geraldine got the best of Fife in back-to-back seasons. Wins against Fife has not been easy for Geraldine. They lost last year 51-7. They were shut out in 2019 and lost in 2018 41-7. In fact, they were shut out in 2017 33-0. Coming into the game, Geraldine had only scored 14 points against Fife in 4 seasons. Tonight, they get it done as they upset the Fife Red Devils 20-19. Welcome into the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show Hotline. Want to welcome in our listeners on 100.1 FM WLAY in Florence and Muscle Shoals. The Trojans tonight taking on Buckhorn, and they are victorious as well. We'll talk more about that one and give you some more updates as those become official and final here. Got to refresh some things here and get some scores in there. Our scoreboard team is doing a fantastic job in keeping us moving tonight. Once again, some finals. Let's see here. Where'd we all go? Here we go. Phillips over Shoals Christian 59-0. It was Hackleburg over Vina 44-20. It is a final from Milton Frank Stadium. The Florence Falcons soar tonight. Wade Waldrop bringing his crew over here, and they have no problems with Huntsville as they get the win 56-14. It was Lexington shutting out Colbert County tonight 20-0. Hatton over Tharptown 40-7. Lee gets that win over Ardmore 35-20. It was Rogers eking out a close one over West Limestone 14-13. Russellville all over East Limestone tonight. That was your de facto region championship. And Russellville, no problems with East, 42-0. Fairview over Brewer, 55-14. Coleman edges Athens, 10-7. Hartselle over Hazel Green, 56-7. Decatur Heritage gives head coach Steve Meek his 100th career win, 47-0. Decatur, no problems with Columbia, 69-6. Austin shuts out Albertville tonight, 42-0. It's Eider shutting out Falkville, 14-0. Muscle Shoals gets that win over Buckhorn, 35-7. Clements over Danville right now in the fourth, 28-14. And Phil Campbell in overtime right now, trailing East Lawrence 35-34. So we have an overtime game on the docket tonight as it is 35-34 East Lawrence. Welcome into the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. We're keeping an eye on James Clemens and Sparkman. That one has gone to the fourth, I believe, and James Clemens was out in front 21-15 the last time we checked, and it has gone final. James Clemens gets the best of Sparkman 21-15. Florence over Huntsville 56-14. Austin over Albertville 42-0. So let's paint this picture for you. We painted it a minute ago. It will be, indeed, James Clemens now moving to 6-0. The Jets will be your Class 7A Region 4 champion. Bob Jones will move to 5-1 once that Grissom game does go final. So Florence moves to 4-2 in region play. Sparkman falls to 3-3. Huntsville falls to 2-4. Austin is now 2-4 as well, and that is interesting because it does create a situation next week. Austin's win over Huntsville now really sets up to be huge because Sparkman and Huntsville will play each other. If Sparkman wins, they move to 4-3 in the region play, and they are in the playoffs. If Huntsville wins and Austin wins, Austin would leapfrog over Huntsville to go to the playoffs by that virtue of a win over Huntsville. So there is a lot to play for next week in that Class 7A Region 4. And as we break it down just a little bit, let's take a look and see where the Austin Black Bears will be next week. They will be at home against Bob Jones next week to wrap up region play. So a tough one there for the Black Bears, but if they could get a win, they'd move to 3-4. If Huntsville beats Sparkman, they'd be 3-4. Sparkman would be 3-4. And you got to look at the tie break. Sparkman got the best of Austin 38-21. Huntsville would got the. It'd be a situation where I would not want to have to figure that one out. We'd have to go through all kinds of tiebreakers there, and I am not going to sit through and figure that one out. All right, Grissom Bob Jones. Have we seen a final on Grissom Bob Jones?
No, still 49-0 right now in the fourth quarter, I believe.
All right, we have, however, Gadsden City is taking on Hewitt-Trussville tonight. That is a big one. Hewitt-Trussville comes in ranked 9th in Class 7A. What have we seen there?
I have not seen anything so far.
All right, Thompson, your number 1 ranked team in the state, not having any problems with Oak Mountain, 7th ranked Oak Mountain. That one, last check, was well in control for Thompson.
Thompson actually is coming out the winner 48-6 over Oak Mountain.
And we bring that up because in Class 7A Region 4, Sparkman, Huntsville, or Austin, whoever gets into the playoffs will end up having to face Thompson in the first round of the playoffs. Right now, whoever's in that 3rd seed will have to play Hoover in the first round of the playoffs. That is why we are bringing that one up as well, just because we want everybody to know. And our affiliates down there in Gaston, Anniston, pay attention as well, because Gaston City is in action tonight. Spring Garden does get a win, a thriller at Sandrock tonight. They lock up their 4th straight region championship, does Spring Garden, as they get the win 29-28. So there you go. The loss for Fife, by the way, their first one since November 24th of 2017. All right, we continue on with scores, 256-576-4977. You can give us your score or any of the action that has gone on tonight from across the area. Just kind of going through some scores here that we have not had a chance to get through. Coleman does get a win over Athens tonight, 10-3. Here we go. Here's some more. Fairview over Brewer, 55-14. It was Austin over Albertville, 42-0. Gunnersville gets the big win over Boaz tonight, 45-17. Collinsville over Asbury, 31-6. Decatur, as we mentioned, over Columbia, 69-6. Madison County shutting out DAR tonight, 61-0. Florence gets that win over Huntsville, 56-14. Hartselle over Hazel Green, 56-7. James Clemens over Sparkman, 21-15. Winfield over JB Pennington, 48-0. Madison Academy over New Hope, 37-7. North Sand Mountain over Whitesburg Christian, 39-6. It is North Jackson over St. John Paul II, 27-9. Pisgah shutting out Section tonight, 20-0. It was Susan Moore over Holly Pond, 26-18. Sylvania over Plainview, 49-31. Southeastern over West End, 35-20. And Randolph notches a win over Westminster Christian Academy, 44-20. All right, it is 9:42. Let's get a break in. Got to get our break in now, because when we come back, we're going to run it all down for you. North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. Protecting your family is a priority. Smoke and carbon monoxide detectors are two of the best life-saving investments for the safety of your home and your family. But they do actually expire. The expert electricians at Mr. Sparky will test and advise or install the best unit for your home. We'll get it done right and get it done safely.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
Tom Abraham here from my friend Brian Hamaker and his team at North Alabama Mortgage. Look, buying a home is the biggest purchase you will make in your life, and it can be a bit intimidating, so you want people that can help walk you through the mortgage process and get you the best deal possible. That's what North Alabama Mortgage does, and they do it in Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida, from first-time purchases to refis, conventional, VA, FHA, and USDA loans. They have the solution at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's NorthAlabamaMortgage.com.
From the Fox 54 Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. A partly sunny sky for your Friday afternoon. A couple of isolated showers are going to be possible during the heart of the afternoon, early into the evening. The best opportunity for rain across the Tennessee Valley is going to come Friday night and then very early into your Saturday morning. With that in mind, Friday overall is actually going to be a pretty decent day across North Alabama, southern Middle Tennessee. Temperatures once again climbing into the lower 80s. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman on your home for ESPN Radio, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Never mind fall and football being in the air. We want to taste it.
And never mind not being able to tailgate at the game. Let's create the ultimate barbecue experience in your own backyard.
You said it, Foster Brooks, and that's where Brooks & Collier comes in. Big selection of outdoor furniture.
And a big selection of grills and smokers like Traeger, Big Green Egg, Blaze, even DCS, and more.
This is the good stuff.
And Paul, we definitely got the accessories. And remember, we deliver. Visit us at 813 Meridian Street and shop online at brooksandcollier.com.
This is Wes Neighbors talking to Chris Haygood of Bob Wallace Appliance. Chris, what sets you apart from other appliance dealerships?
Wes, these appliances are going into the most used room in your house, your kitchen. The way we have these appliances displayed, it's easy for you to visualize how they'll look in your home. Wes, what sets us apart is the people. They're well trained. In fact, they live and breathe these appliances. And if you need service, you'll really appreciate our parts department.
Contact Bob Wallace Appliance at 256-533-2121.
Hey folks, this is Arthur Seaton, Managing Partner at University Kia, here letting you know we are proud supporters of Madison Academy football. Stop into the University Kia today and shop our large selection of new Kias, including the all-new Telluride 8-passenger SUV, the stylish new K5, and sporty new Seltos. Visit universitykia.com to view all our great offers and get pre-approved in minutes so you can drive home your new Kia today, because we want to see you in a Kia. Go Mustangs!
Tired of the same old menu options everywhere you go? Then you need to try Metro Diner in Huntsville and Madison. The award-winning Metro Diner serves up signature dishes like their Charleston shrimp and grits, famous fried chicken and waffles with strawberry butter, and lots more. Their entire menu is available anytime, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And stop by for brunch on Saturday or Sunday and enjoy the lowest price mimosas in town. Airport Road, Huntsville, and Highway 72 in Madison. In diner or at home, make it Metro Diner.
Follow us on Twitter. Subscribe to us on our YouTube channel and Twitch. Just search 97.7 ESPN. We are 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Welcome back to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show with Scott Tyson. Now, here's Scott and Chad.
All right, welcome back to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Hotline 256-576-4977. If you have a score tonight, give us a call. If you have anybody that deserves a helmet sticker, give us a call. Let us know the primetime performers from across North Alabama on this Week 8 edition of the Alabama High School Athletic Association football calendar. 70 degrees outside. It says the rain is coming. The rain has been all over the place across North Alabama tonight. A little nip in the air. It's high school football season. That fall weather is coming. And what a night it was for games. Let's get you through the scores that we have right now. Our crack staff, our full staff of scorekeepers here in the office. Our North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard staff hard at work tonight. They are all over the place as usual. We could not do the show without them, so we appreciate all of them for being in-house tonight. They are everywhere. As we mentioned, they're not happy because we got rid of the couch. And just a lot now there's a lot of people just standing around doing scores, but nonetheless, the computers are out, the phones are working, and we have got scores for you all over the place. All right, let's get you into some Class 7A scores.
Class 7A scores.
All right, James Clemens, winner over Sparkman tonight, 21-15. The Jets come in, the fifth-ranked team in Class 7A. Had to sweat this one out a little bit in the fourth quarter. This one was tied at 15. James Clemens able to go on to get the win. Florence, a big winner tonight over Huntsville, 56-14. That is big because now Florence in control of a playoff spot in Class 7A Region 4. Right now, if the night would be the way it is, Florence would have that third spot in Class 7A Region 4. James Clemens, your 1 seed. Bob Jones, your 2 seed. Those two will be at home for the first round of the playoffs. And this is how it's going to work at Madison City School Stadium. Since James Clemens is your region champion, they will get to decide whether they want to play on a Thursday night or a Friday night when it comes to the first round of the playoffs, with Bob Jones being at home as well. So you're going to get James Clemens and Bob Jones at home in the same stadium for the playoffs this season. Austin 42, Albertville nothing. All right, Class 7A Region 3. These are important because your Region 4 will play Region 3. They call this the Region of Death because it is so hard to get out of. It is so hard to beat them if you are our region facing them in the first round. Hoover, no problems with Tuscaloosa County tonight, 49-7. It's your number 1 ranked team in all of Class 7A. In fact, they may be the number 1. They may be a nationally ranked team. They are this good, folks. Thompson over Oak Mountain, 48-6. So right now, Thompson would entertain either Florence, Sparkman, Sparkman, Huntsville, or Austin in the first round of the playoffs. All right, let's get you into some Class 6A scores.
Class 6A scores.
All right, your second-ranked team in Class 6A, the Hartselle Tigers, no problems with Hazel Green tonight, 56-7. It's Decatur getting by Columbia, 69-6. Coleman over Athens, 10-3. And a little bit of nugget there. Coleman had won 5 straight before tonight, so now make that 6 straight. A Muscle Shoals win over Buckhorn, which did happen, 35-7. Muscle Shoals over Buckhorn. Now that is going to set up a big region finale next week because both teams come in with 1 region loss. Hartsel's your region champion in Class 6A Region 8. Okay, they're going to enjoy the home field. So who gets that second seed? It's either going to be Muscle Shoals or it's going to be Coleman, and that will decide next week. Now, Athens entered the night in the 4th spot. If they were able to have gotten that win tonight, and Coleman over next week, they had a chance to get into that 3rd spot, but that's not going to happen. It's going to be either Coleman or Muscle Shoals in the 3rd spot. Athens looks like they are safe in that 4th spot for the playoffs. Decatur, though, going to have a lot to say with that as they get that win over Columbia. And I am just curious here. Jer Adcock's team now has posted back-to-back wins. They got a win over Columbia tonight, and they got that win over Hazel Green last week. And I'm just curious right now, Decatur's 3-3 in region play. With a 24-17 win last week over Hazel Green, a 69-6 win over Columbia tonight, and they got a 16-14 win over Buckhorn back on the 17th of September. Athens is 3-2 in region play. Well, they are now 3-3 in region play. Oh boy, I said Athens was locked into the playoffs. They are not locked into the playoffs. We could have a monster game next week in the River City. Decatur and Athens, the winner, if my math is correct, Hartsel's your 1 seed. Muscle Shoals and Coleman are going to go for that 2nd and 3rd seed. It will be between Athens and Decatur for that 4th seed. So we may have to give Jer Adcock a call here in a little bit and talk some football with the, I'm going to call him legendary. Whenever he decides to go away, he should be a definite Hall of Fame coach, Jer Adcock over there at the Decatur Red Raiders, because they get that win tonight and next week. That sets up a big one with them and Athens for that fourth and final playoff spot. Class 6A Region 7, Oxford over Springville tonight, 26-17. It was Fort Payne, no problems with Pell City, 58-14. Have we seen Scottsboro and Southside Gadsden yet?
Yes, actually, it was a close one. Scottsboro edges Southside Gadsden 27-26.
All right, we will run down the implications of that one for you here in just a little bit. All right, let's slip into some Class 5A scores. We've got a ton of those already on the books.
Class 5A scores.
All right, Russellville and East Limestone playing for a region championship tonight. Ninth-ranked Russellville. East Limestone came in 5-0. Russellville came in 4-0 in region play. Basically your de facto region championship. Russellville won the region last year. East has not won a region title since 2014. And they were tired of looking up at the Russellville Golden Tigers in the standings. They had been runners-up 3 times in the past 7 seasons, 2 of those right behind Russellville. They were tired of it. Head coach Jeff Pugh had his squad ready to go, but unfortunately, Russellville, they are awfully good. They're awfully, awfully good this year, folks. Ninth-ranked Russellville, no problems tonight with East Limestone. They get the win over East tonight, 42-0. Lee gets the best of Ardmore, 35-20. May Jemison over Lawrence County, 51-24. That one was played last night. It was homecoming for the Jaguars and head coach Harold Wells, and they had an alumni band there. They had a good time inside Milton Frank Stadium in Huntsville. May Jemison got that win, 54-21. Class 5A Region 7, Gunnersville over Boaz, 45-17. And if you want a little bit of information in that one, Gunnersville, they win a region championship tonight. That's back-to-back region championships for the Wildcats. They have won 7, make that 8 of the last 9 meetings now between Boaz and Gunnersville. It's Fairview, no problems with Brewer, 55-14. All right, Chad, what do you got between West Point and Douglas? Douglas was leading this one when I checked. Did they hold on?
It's still in the fourth quarter, I believe. They're up 2 touchdowns, 28-14 right now over West Point.
All right, Sardis and Crossville. I've not seen one come across the desk there. What have we seen from Sardis and Crossville?
Still in the third quarter. Sardis is up right now, 44-22 on Crossville.
All right. Class 5A Region 6, Alexandria Moody. Have we seen anything there?
Alexandria better than Moody by 40, 47-7.
Okay, Hayden and Lincoln.
Lincoln is a winner, 42-7 over Hayden.
All right, and Corner and Leeds.
Leeds a winner, 42-13 over Corner.
All right, St. Clair County was on the road tonight taking on Center Point.
Well, they needed to be at home. They lost 52-16 Center Point over St. Clair County.
Okay, let's get that one there. All right, Class 5A Region 4, Talladega at home tonight taking on Sylacauga.
Sylacauga makes the trip 49-14 over Talladega.
All right, Class 4A Region 8. Let's get into some Class 4A scores, Scotty.
Class 4A scores.
All right, Class 4A Region 8. Rogers gets the best of West Limestone tonight. Oh, this one was a great ball game. I mean, it came down to the wire. Rogers a winner tonight, 14-13. All right, we have made it all the way up to 10 o'clock. We have got one more hour, as we like to say. Put 60 minutes on the clock. We're going to count it down to 0 after this as we bring you another hour of the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. 256-576-4977. That is the number for you to give us a call with your primetime performers, with your scores, with your highlights, with your accolades, anything that you want to talk about high school football related. Give us a call tonight on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show, 256-576-4977. We've got 60 minutes on the clock. We'll blow the whistle when we return.
Chad, cue the cheesy Italian music. So you're in charge of the dinner spot, and the family is a hard group to please. Dad wants award-winning 21-day age certified Angus beef. Mom craves authentic Italian food like great grandma. Sissy pretty much won't eat anything but fresh seafood. And old life of the party, Uncle Walter, likes to enjoy a cigar after dinner with some live local entertainment and some killer cocktails. So you think you're in a pickle? Well, you're not. Relax. I'm Tom Chapman, chef at Nick's Ristorante at 10300 Bailey Cove Road, just south of Weatherly. We have all that and more. Our friendly and helpful staff is eager to help you Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 5. So, corral that crazy crew of yours and give us a call at 256-489-8280 or tell them to check us out at nicksristorante.com. I promise you, the gang will all think you're a culinary cruise director of awesomeness if you take them all to Nick's. See you soon. Ciao. Okay, Chad, kill that music.
Nick's is for patrons 19 or older.
This is Wes Neighbor sitting here with Ann Adams. And I understand you have some exciting news.
Yes, Wes, I do. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services was just recognized in the 30th Annual Harris Poll Equitrin as the Real Estate Agency Brand of the Year and the most trusted real estate brand.
That is awesome news, Ann. Great companies in Huntsville, Alabama, winning awards is what we want. Is it a great time to list your home?
Yes, it is. The inventory is low and the market is heating up.
And I understand you're also looking for agents.
I am. We are so busy, Wes, we need agents to keep up with the demand.
Ann Adams and Rise Real Estate has been doing business in North Alabama for the last 35 years. If you want to do business with someone you can trust, she has been writing contracts since she was 9 years old. Call Ann today at 256-337-2600.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. It's time for the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Now, here's Scott and Chad.
Welcome into the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline, 256-576-4977. We want to hear from you on a Friday night, and what a Friday night it has been so far. Region championships on the line tonight. Playoff berth on the line tonight. Standings on the line tonight. Oh, boy. Back in week one we said, or back when we got to week one of region play, we said a loss tonight could not set you back. You could not lose a region championship back in week one of region play. Tonight, with a loss, you could lose a region championship. You could also win a region championship. We had teams doing so tonight. But the big story tonight surrounds the nation's longest winning streak of 51 games. The Fife Red Devils entered the night, that's right, with the nation's longest winning streak. And they are upset tonight by Geraldine 20-19. So the nation's longest winning streak is done at 51 games. Their 64-game regular season win streak is done as well. And their 43-game region win streak is done as well. The Fife Red Devils stumble tonight against Geraldine. All right, welcome into the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. We've got a lot of scores to get through you this evening. This is the best part of the evening because games are finishing up. We're going to hear from multiple coaches from across North Alabama this evening. All right, let's go out to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline, and that is where we welcome in the head coach of the Decatur Heritage Eagles, head coach Steve Meek tonight. His team, a big winner tonight. They get a 47-0 win over Cherokee, and it is the 100th career win for head coach Steve Meek. Coach, congratulations on the game, and congratulations on career win 100.
Well, thank you so much. It was a big night. Our guys did what we needed to do in a sloppy, muddy, rainy game, and had me nervous to death before it ever started. But we played well and came out with a win.
Coach, this is the first time all year I think that we have had rain to play in all season. How you mentioned you were a little nervous, and as a head coach, is that just kind of you get that little weird feeling in you when you're having to play and stuff like that?
Well, exactly. Cherokee has had some rough games, and the quote experts always say that rain is a great equalizer, a muddy field's a great equalizer, and we throw it around a lot and go in shotgun all the time, and it's just a lot of things you worry about. And but our guys handled it and played, like I said, played really well, and the 100th win was just a little cherry on top of the win for our guys.
Well, Coach, this is the best part of the program because this is where I know the game is fresh in your mind. You haven't had a chance to watch a lot of the film or any of the film yet, but who kind of stood out to you tonight on the football field?
Oh, my goodness. Putting me on the spot. Well, Braden Kyle had a big night. We didn't throw it much. We threw some quick short screens, and the jet sweep actually counts as a pass the way we throw it in front, but he played well. Tyler Founds played well. He had a couple of touchdowns and a pick six. Goodness, our defense had a shutout. We played young guys probably midway through the second quarter, and they stiffened up several times and stopped Cherokee drives to preserve the shutout. So it was a team win, that's for sure.
Well, Coach, does this wrap up the region championship for you guys?
No. We play Hackleburg next week, and they've lost once to Hubbard. If they knock us off, I think it'll be a three-way tie. We beat Hubbard, Hubbard beat them, and if they beat us, we'll all be one-loss teams. So then you get into those ugly tiebreakers that go A, B, C, and all the way down to K, L, M, and N, something like that to break the tie. So we don't want that to happen. We want to take care of it on the field and win it outright.
All right, well, first things first, you accomplished business tonight. You got the win tonight over Cherokee. Congratulations on that. And again, congratulations on win number 100 career as head coach.
Thank you so much. It's a credit to our program and where we've come from, and I couldn't be more proud of our guys.
All right, Coach, congratulations. Enjoy the night and enjoy the win with your team.
Thank you so much, and thank you for what you do for high school football.
All right, that's Decatur Heritage head coach Steve Meek tonight. His team a winner tonight over Cherokee in shutout fashion, 47-0, the 100th career win for Decatur head coach Steve Meek. That is what we do on the program. We reach out to coaches, we talk to them for a minute or two, we let them celebrate with their team. All right, let's get into, where did we leave off? We left off with Class 4A, I believe. Did we not? Yeah, 4A Region 8. Let's get into some more scores there. Class 4A scores.
Class 4A scores.
All right, Rogers a winner tonight over West Limestone, 14-13. Now, these next three games were all played Thursday night. Priceville gets a win over Deschler, 28-16. West Morgan over Wilson, 38-8. It's Brooks over Central Florence, 33-20. Class 4A Region 7, North Jackson, 27. St. John Paul, the second, 9. Westminster Christian Academy Randolph. Randolph gets the win tonight, 44-20. Madison County, no problems with DAR tonight. 61-0 your final there. Madison Academy over New Hope, 37-7. All right, Chad, Class 4A Region 6. Hanceville and Asheville. What do we got?
For Asheville all over Hanceville, 42-0.
All right, Dora and Good Hope.
Good Hope edges Dora 15-14.
And then Aniana and Fultondale.
Have not been able to find that yet. Still kind of searching.
All right, we'll get the staff on that. They looked at you when they said that, and they are hard at work going through the scores and reaching out to our reporters on site on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Class 4A Region 5, Haleyville over Curry, 55-8. Class 4A Region 4, Munford and White Plains.
Munford better than White Plains, 24-14.
All right, Anniston and Handley.
Anniston one better than Handley, 28-27.
All right, Cleburne County and Cherokee County.
Cherokee County is the winner, 31-17 over Claiborne County.
All right, and we continue now. Let's go into Class 3A Region 8.
Class 3A scores.
All right, Phil Campbell and East Lawrence. Talk to me.
Phil Campbell won better than East Lawrence, 36-35.
All right, it's Clemens over Danville, 28-16. Colbert Heights and Lauderdale County played last night.
Lauderdale County 35, Colbert Heights 7.
All right, and then Sylvania 49, Plainview 31. And as we mentioned at the top of the show, the streak is over at 51 games. Geraldine over Fife, 20-19. All right, let's go out to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. And his team was a 69-6 winner tonight over Columbia. And we mentioned Athens fell to Coleman 10-3. And if my math is correct, and I could be wrong, and he may be able to help me out, next week Decatur will take on Athens, and I think the winner gets into the playoffs as a 4 seed. I could be wrong, but we'll have to go and see. Let's go out to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. Welcome in the head coach of the Decatur Red Raiders. Jerry Adcock joins us now on the hotline. Coach, congratulations. Back-to-back wins for this team.
Thank you. I mean, it's good. I mean, the last 3 years have been a tough 3 years, and it's good to have back-to-back wins. Definitely is.
Well, Coach, you guys get that win against Hazel Green last week, and this season has been a bunch of close ones, some tough games for you guys, but this team seems to not quit. They seem to play every week. And am I correct? If you can win next week against Athens, you have a shot at the playoffs?
That's with the way I look at it, I think you're right. I mean, there might be a tiebreaker somewhere in there that could foul us up or something like that. But I think you're right. I think it's I think it's pretty close to. That's the way we're looking at it, anyhow. I'll tell you, they get it. Sometimes they get into all that stuff, and I'm just like, look, guys, we got to go win the next ball game. We'll let somebody else sort all that out. But I think that's going to be. I think it's going to be for the marbles next week between us two.
Well, Coach, let's talk about it. Actually, it's 3 wins in your last 4 games. You got a win over Buckhorn, 16-14. Then a tough one to Coleman, but then you rebound with wins over Hazel Green and Columbia. What has gone right for you guys, or what has this team been able to do down the stretch to have the success?
We've lost several games just by one play, just something that we should have punched one in, and we were there and didn't get it done, or we made just one mistake that was a glaring mistake, and that's, we always tell our kids, and I know most coaches do, every game comes down to 5 or 7 plays. That's true, but we've lost 4 football games that was a 1-play difference, and one play could have changed the whole game, and it was a crucial time, and we didn't capitalize on it. And we practiced those situations. We put our kids through it. But, I think as far as what's turned the crank, these kids just don't quit. They don't quit. They handle adversity really well. They've got a great work ethic. They don't get too high and they don't get too low. And in the region that we're in, especially the way we started the year with the 5 teams that we opened the season with, I mean, it was grueling, very physical every week, very well-coached teams. And so being able to play at the same level all the time and have great focus. And, finally we started cashing in on some of those things that we were falling short on earlier in the year.
Yeah, you mentioned that brutal stretch. That's your first 4 games. 2 of the teams that you face are teams highly ranked within their thing. That includes second-ranked Hartselle in Class 6A. So I mean that those are tough ball games, and 8th-ranked Russellville in Class 5A. So that's the schedule that you're alluding to.
Right. Exactly.
And then, well, Coach, then who's kind of stood out for you this year? Who's kind of led the way, kind of led the charge on the field?
Well, Jacob Macrae is a senior defensive end, and he's a 4-year starter, and he's the guy that everybody wants a player like him. He plays extremely hard. He's a great leader. He's the guy in the weight room. He's the guy on the practice field. He's the guy doing the extra conditioning, handles his academics extremely well. He's just that guy that everybody wants, and he's a class person. He's very committed to our program, and so, you know, a guy like him, and then you got a guy like Banks DeMint that follows suit. And so you got a couple of guys like that. They're not the guys that get a lot of, you know, attention, but tremendous work ethic. And then Hunter Claiborne, another senior that's a 4-year starter. Those 3 guys as seniors have really brought a lot to the table. And they make the dressing room better. And all you got to do is look at them if you want an example. And then a lot of these juniors have just followed suit. We play a lot of juniors. And this senior class is not large in number, but they're quality people. And it's just been this has been a fun team to coach. That's why it's so disappointing with the record. If I could start it all over, I'd do it again, the same guys. Because this is a fun group of kids. I'm having one of the best times I've ever had coaching in my life, and even though there's been a lot of disappointment, it's just to see how these kids bounce back is unbelievable.
All right, head coach Jerry Adcock of the Red Raiders, Decatur Red Raiders, joining us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show Hotline. Coach, again, congratulations tonight, 69-6 winners over Columbia. Sets up a monster game next week against Athens at home. Winner should get into the playoffs as a 4th seed. Coach, congratulations on the win tonight, and best of luck going forward.
Thank you. We'll need it. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys letting us be on.
All right, thanks. All right, that's some good stuff right there. I have known Coach Adcock ever since I've been here in '99, and what a fantastic guy, a fantastic coach, an all-around great person is head coach Jerry Adcock of the Decatur Red Raiders. All right, let's get into some scores real fast here because I want to get into some of these scores. James Clemens over Sparkman, 21-15. Florence over Huntsville, 56-14. Austin, 42. Albertville, nothing. Those are your 7A Region 4 scores. I want to get into Class 6A Region 7 because Oxford is a winner tonight, 26-17 over Springville. Scottsboro got the best of Southside Gaston, 27-26. Pell City falls to Fort Payne, 58-14. And I mentioned the Oxford score. Last week, Oxford went on the road, and they beat Arab. That puts Oxford in the driver's seat for a region championship. Let's go out to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show Hotline, and their head coach, the Oxford Yellow Jackets head coach Sam Adams, with us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Coach Adams, welcome in to the show, and congratulations, 26-17 on the win tonight.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys having me on.
And so now, does this show up, or does this wrap up the region championship for you guys tonight?
No, sir. We have Fort Payne at our place next week, and if we can win that one, that will put us at the 1 spot in the region. If we do not win, then I think that makes us the 3, and Arab would be the region champ.
Wow, so plenty on the line next week. And, Coach, that's why we play the game, don't we? I mean, that's why we do what we do.
Yeah, that's right. You know, it's been a up and down kind of season for us. You know, got off to a rocky start against some really good teams. And, you know, I think at that point a lot of people kind of counted us out and thought this may not be our year, but you know, our kids have continued to fight like crazy, and you know, now we control our own destiny. You know, win one and we're the champ, and you know, that's the way that we want it.
Yeah, you mentioned that start of the season, and doesn't get any tougher than opening up with the number 1 ranked team, the defending state champions in Class 7A Thompson, to gauge how good or how much your team needs to work on.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, if you include our jamboree game against James Clemens, we actually played 4 non-region teams that will go undefeated on the field this year. So, you know, there's not many teams in the country that could say that. So, you know, we got we'll finish up the season at Central Phoenix City here in 2 weeks. But, you know, playing those kind of games early in the season, I mean, sometimes there's some growing pains that go along with that, especially when you have a young team like we have. But now I think we're seeing the benefits of playing those kind of teams.
All right, Coach. Well, this is always the best part. Who kind of stood out tonight? Who kind of had a big-time performance? Who had good performances in that win against Springville?
Yeah, I think aside from one or two drives there, our defense did a really good job. We kept really good field position. That's part of the reason why we were up 26-3 at the half. In the second half, we had a few turnovers and stuff like that. But we got some improving to do before we play a good Fort Payne team next week. And you see what they did to Pell City tonight, and we'll have our hands full with those guys.
All right, Coach. And as we mentioned, you got to get by Fort Payne to get that region title next week. And big win tonight, 26-17 over Springville. And, Coach, just health-wise, are you guys okay going into that final region contest?
We are. We had one out tonight, and we'll get him back for next week, and, we should be at full strength.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck, and we appreciate you for making your debut on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. You can hear us each week on 105.9 WKLS in Gadsden and Anniston. Coach, we appreciate you joining us on this Friday night.
Thank you, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you all. Go Big O.
All right, that's Sam Adams, head coach of the Oxford Yellow Jackets, joining us tonight. His team a winner, 26-17 over Springville. All right, Chad, what do you say we set the table and run through the whole gamut of scores tonight? Let's run it down. All right, Scotty, let's get to some 7A scores.
Class 7A scores.
All right, Class 7A Region 4, James Clemens a winner over Sparkman, 21-15. Florence over Huntsville, 56-14. I assume Grissom Bob Jones has gone final.
It said 49-0, but it still said in the fourth quarter, so I'm going to go with that, but I'll still keep looking for you.
Well, you don't look. You let the
I'll get the crew on
you
it.
get the crew on that one.
Let me get the crew to look for it.
Austin a winner over Albertville, 42-0. Class 7A Region 3, Spain Park, Vestavia Hills. Have we seen one there?
Yep, Vestavia winner 37-6 over Spain Park.
All right, it's Hoover over Tuscaloosa County, 49-7. Oak Mountain and Thompson, their number one ranked team in the state, taking on the seventh ranked team in the state, and Thompson cruises 48-6. And Hewitt, Trussville, and Gaston City.
Hewitt, Trussville, a touchdown winner, 35-28 over Gaston City.
All right, Gaston City kept that one close against the ninth ranked team Huskies. All right, Class 6A scores.
Class 6A scores.
All right, Class 6A Region 8, Hartselle, your second-ranked team in Class 6A. No problems with Hazel Green, 56-7. Decatur over Columbia, 69-6. It's Athens falling to Coleman, 10-3. And that's why we say next week Decatur-Athens will play for that fourth playoff spot. Muscle Shoals over Buckhorn, 35-7. Class 6A Region 7, Oxford 26, Springville 17. Scottsboro over Southside Gaston 27-26. It's Fort Payne cruising by Pell City 58-14. And as you heard Coach Adams, Fort Payne and Oxford next week gonna lock horns for that region title of Class 6A Region 7. Let's slip into some Class 5A scores.
Class 5A scores.
All right, Class 5A Region 8, we start with Russellville, a blanking win over East Limestone, 42-0. It's Lee over Ardmore, Lee over Ardmore, 35-20. It's May Jemison over Lawrence County, 54-21. That one coming on Thursday night. Class 5A Region 7, Gunnersville over Boaz, 45-17. That gives the Wildcats a region champion for 2 straight seasons. And they have now won 8 of the last 9 meetings between Boaz and Gunnersville. Fairview 55, Brewer 14, West Point Douglas. Douglas had the lead. Did they hold on, Chad?
Yes, they did. Douglas 20 better than West Point, 34-14.
All right, Sardis and Crossville.
Sardis a winner, 44-22 over Crossville.
All right, Class 5A Region 6, Alexandria 47, Moody 7, Lincoln 42, Hayden 7, Leeds 42, Corner 13. It's Center Point over St. Clair County 52-16. Class 5A Region 4, Talladega falls at home tonight to Sylacauga 49-14. All right, Chad, Class 4A Region 8.
Class 4A scores.
Rogers won better than West Limestone 14-13. Priceville a winner yesterday, 28 over Deschler 16. Also yesterday, West Morgan a winner by 30, 38-8 over Wilson. And also Thursday as well, Brooks a winner 33-20 over Central Florence. Moving on to Class 4A Region 7, North Jackson a winner 27-9. Randolph, I was at that game right before I came over here. It got drenched at halftime with Randolph up 37-7. They are a winner 44-20 over Westminster Christian. 37-7, there you heard on 977 ESPN, Madison Academy over New Hope, 37-7. Again, Madison County blanks DAR 61-0. Now moving on to Class 4A Region 6, Asheville a winner 42-0 over Hanceville. Good Hope won better than Dora 15-14. Still looking for that Aniana Fultondale score, kind of looking around for that. Class 4A Region 5 moving on, Haleyville 55, Curry 8. As I flip my page, in Class 4A Region 4, Munford 24-14 over White Plains. Anniston won better 28 over Hanley 27. And Cherokee County 31-17 over Claiborne County.
All right, let's get a break in. We need to get a break in on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. When we come back, we'll run down the rest of the scores. We'll give you Class 3A, 2A, and 1A, and we'll set the table for the playoffs.
Brooks & Collier has always been about making the most of your outdoors. Our lush greenhouse and new furniture ideas will inspire you, but we're also about value. Our brands are so handsome, they'll make themselves comfortable inside or out. And so well made, they'll weather the weather for many years to come. Our staff can consult you on the right choices. And Lucy, for sure, can show us the sofa that's the most comfortable. Make the most of your outdoors. Meridian Street and at brooksandcollier.com.
I'm attorney Gary Lackey. You know, you'll hear people say we're like a family, but here at the Lackey Law Firm, that's really true, not just a saying.
I'm Justin Lackey. With my father and my sister, we have a special connection to each other.
I'm Jennifer Lackey. At the Lackey Law Firm, when we take on your case, you become part of our family. You really do.
And we'll always do whatever it takes to get everything you deserve.
If you're injured, you worry about getting well, not about paperwork or insurance companies or figuring out how to get to your lawyer's office. I'll come to you.
We worry about your case so you don't have to.
When you've been injured, we know that your case is probably the biggest thing going on in your life. More important than almost anything else.
And it's important to us too, for one simple reason. Family takes care of each other, and at the Lackey Law Firm, we'll take care of you.
The Lackey Law Firm. The Lackey Law Family. 1-800-4-RIGHTS.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
This is Wes Neighbors with Philip with Eagle Insulation, and we have an announcement to make.
Yes, Wes, we are now Eagle Masonry and Insulation. We're still a place to call for your insulation needs, but now we offer masonry services.
What kind of masonry projects can you handle?
Wes, no job is too big, no job is too small. We can do renovations, new construction, outdoor fireplaces, fire pits, brick landscape borders.
Well, when you came out to my house, you did both the insulation and masonry at the same time. You guys did rock for me, you did brick for me, and you insulated my house. That's usually done at the same time that you're building a house.
Absolutely. It really capitalizes on two services you need at the same time, and you can get one company to handle both of those.
Philip with Eagle Insulation will come out, do your installation. He'll do your masonry. They do a great job. They guarantee your work. Check out more online at insulatedwitheagle.com and schedule your free examination today. 256-755-1556.
Thanks, Wes.
Southern Fidelity Mortgage. Think of them as a loan for everyone, offering more products than anyone else and the guaranteed lowest rates and costs in town. Of the 2,000 loans that Southern Fidelity Mortgage has pre-approved over the last 10 years, all but one have closed. That's unprecedented in the banking business. For FHA, VA, rural development, and conventional mortgages, for the best mortgage experience in town, it's Southern Fidelity Mortgage.
Call Southern Fidelity Mortgage Company at 256-656-5936.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here have trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Your home for the best coverage of football anywhere.
See, now this is a football. I want you to carry this with you always. Never let it out of your sight.
97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Welcome back to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show with Scott Tyson. Now, here's Scott and Chad.
Hi, welcome back to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline and show as well, 256-576-4977. That's the number if you want to get in on the show. And we need to get through this gamut of scores real fast. We left off with Class 3A. So, Scott, let's run down some of these 3A scores.
Class 3A scores.
All right, Phil Campbell over East Lawrence, 36-35. It's Clements over Danville, 28-16. Lauderdale County over Colbert Heights, 35-7. Those are Class 3A Region 8. Class 3A Region 7, Sylvania over Plainview, 49-31. And as we've mentioned off the top of the show and throughout the show, the nation's longest winning streak is over at 51 games. Geraldine gets the best of 5, 20-19. Chad, what have we found out from Collinsville and Asbury?
Collinsville is a winner 31-6 over Asbury.
All right, Class 3A Region 6, J.B. Pennington and Winfield.
Winfield blanks J.B. Pennington 48-0.
Vinemont and Oakman.
Oakman a winner 28-6 over.
All right, Susan Moore, Holly Pond.
Susan Moore 26-18 on Holly Pond.
All right, Tarrant and Carbon Hill.
Carbon Hill all over Tarrant 53-8.
All right, those are Class 3A Region 6. Class 3A Region 5, oh my goodness. Walter Welborn on the road tonight at Weaver.
66-19, Walter Welborn over Weaver.
All right, Glencoe and Sachs.
Sachs a winner 54-7 over Glencoe.
All right, let's get out to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline right now because we've mentioned it all night long, and we told you at the very top of the show that we were going to keep an eye on this one because it had a potential for an upset, and did it ever, as the Geraldine Bulldogs, who coming into tonight had not beaten 5 since 2013. It's only their third win since 2008 against the Red Devils. Geraldine upsets 5 tonight, 20-19, ends the nation's longest win streak at 51 games. Their head coach, Michael Davis, joining us now on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Well, Coach, obviously, when you're playing Fife, you have to play a complete game. You have to play a great game because head coach Paul Benefield's teams are physical. They make you earn everything. How did this one play out tonight, and how were you guys able to pull off the upset?
You know, we just relied on big plays to beat them. You know, obviously, when you're playing the Fife Red Devils, you're going to play a physical brand of football. You know, we tried to match their physicality, and then we have some athletic guys on the perimeter we relied on down the stretch that got the job done.
Coach, who kind of stood out for you in those big plays?
Number 4, Jackson Colvin, our quarterback. He had an incredible night. Number 10, Colton Lusher. He made a lot of plays down the field. He's a receiver. He made a lot of plays for us. You know, shout out to our offensive line. They protected well tonight. You know, the second half we made some adjustments, and Max protected and gave them enough time to throw the football. And the guys, I'm just proud of each and every one of them. They did exactly what they needed to do in order to get the job done against a tough Fife Red Devil team.
Yeah, small-town football, Class 2A football, there is nothing better because the communities are fully involved in this. They're fully invested. a win like this tonight. Obviously, everybody in Geraldine has going to be smiles on their faces.
Absolutely. And, we talk to the guys all the time, even prior to this win, about, years to come. People are going to look back at this group, and they're going to look at this group and say, hey, y'all laid the foundation for years to come. And, for us to get this win, it means everything because, the guys have believed. We had a great week of practice. It had been very easy for those guys to quit early on, with a tough loss last week in Sylvania. And they just responded very well. We had a great week. And, shout out to my assistant coaches. They put an incredible game plan together. And we got the job done. It's a great night to be a Geraldine Bulldog for sure.
And Coach Davis, this is Drudy Armand. I just wanted to ask you, what a way to start your first season at Geraldine, to end the longest winning streak in the country, to beat the Fife Red Devils. Paul Benefield is such a legend on Sand Mountain, but what a great accomplishment to start your career there at your new place.
Absolutely. And, Coach Benefield does a fantastic job with them. Everyone, they look at Fife and they ask, how do you stop them? Talk about schemes, and it's no secret. They just do things the right way all the time. Everyone inspires them. And we're very fortunate to be very close to those guys down the road. They're right down the road, and it's just incredible. All the kids know each other, so it gets very personal and a lot of emotions in this game. It's became a rivalry down the road, and I'm just excited about the whole situation and the guys. We just have a great young man.
Well, Coach, now you got to put this one behind you and focus on Collinsville next week to wrap up region play.
Sure, yeah. We got Collinsville coming up, then we have Crossville, a big rival. So we can't overlook, Collinsville. They have an athletic quarterback, a tall receiver that they can throw and take shots. You obviously want to close out region play the way we need to going in the playoffs. He's been there a long time. He does a really good job with those guys as well. We're going to enjoy this win for 24 hours, and we're going to go to work tomorrow.
All right, head coach Michael Davis of the Geraldine Bulldogs joining us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show Hotline. Coach, again, congratulations on the win, stopping the nation's longest winning streak at 51 games, a 20-19 win over Fife. And go enjoy this one with your family, the community, and the players. It is a well-deserved victory.
Thank you. I appreciate everything that you guys do.
All right, Michael Davis with us. What a game tonight for the for the Geraldine Bulldogs as they get the win over the Fife Red Devils.
And now I think that's a three-way tie at the top of the region standing, Scott. They did lose to Sylvania, and then, of course, Fife beat Sylvania, but they beat Fife, so that's going to be interesting. I guess I would say due to tiebreakers that Geraldine has still got a chance to host a playoff game.
Yeah, and they'll all be done, and we've heard coaches tonight say how thrilled they are with the state tiebreakers going all the way from A to Z or whatever, and they get a headache when they try to figure them out.
Tough.
All right, let's get into some Class 7A scores there, Scotty. How about some 7A scores?
Class 7A scores.
All right, our North Alabama High School football scoreboard team, they have put in a lot of work tonight. As I mentioned, they're angry because there's no couch and we forgot the pizza, but that's okay. They have done a fantastic job getting all the scores in, and we could not do this show with all of our staff out there in the scoreboard desk. All right, James Clemens, a winner over Sparkman. They had to eke that one out, 21-15. That one was tied late in the fourth quarter. James Clemens able to come out with that win. It was Bob Jones over Grissom, 49-0. Austin shuts out Albertville, 42-0. And over at Milton Frank Stadium tonight, Wade Waldrop brings his Florence Falcons in, and they soar over Huntsville, 56-14. And that is where we go back out for some more breakdown of this one. Drudy Armand now joins us now in studio as the Huntsville Crimson Panthers fall tonight, 56-14. And Florence looking awfully good. They get that shutout win last week against Sparkman, and they keep it rolling this week over Huntsville.
Yeah, they've really hit their stride. It's a Wade Waldrop program, so he does a great job of getting his team to play well down the stretch and make playoff runs, and they're got two back-to-back performances that are tremendous. They lost a heartbreaker to James Clemens, 45-42, really led that game throughout and was up 42-28 in the fourth quarter. Couldn't hold it, but since then they beat Sparkman last week 42-0 at home, and then they come on the road and dominate Huntsville 56-14. Huntsville led 7-0 with about 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. 56-point run, though, for the Florence Falcons. A balanced attack. Caleb Mahan, senior quarterback, Scott, really tough kid. He's committed to Hunter Royer and UAH baseball. He threw the ball well, ran it well. The zone read quarterback keeps really hurt Huntsville tonight. Bubba Simpson had a punt return touchdown. Also did a nice job running the football. They really wore down Huntsville's defense into the second half. Huntsville had a nice start, from Carlin Long running the ball, but couldn't sustain it, couldn't sustain the offense. Ben Brookman, the senior, in his last home game had an 83-yard touchdown catch, but that was much too late. It was 56-7 at that point. Wade Waldrop got to play a lot of his bench in the fourth quarter, and they are really playing good football. They're very dangerous. I think they're locked into that 3-hole right now due to the fact they lost to Bob Jones and they lost to James Clemens. James Clemens clinching the 7A Region 4 title tonight with that win over at Sparkman. And now Huntsville and Sparkman will play. The winner could go – if it's Sparkman, you are the 4 seed. Huntsville could potentially get in, but then as you pointed out, they're going to need some help as Austin will play their final region game next week. And if Austin were to pull out that win, and who did you say they were playing?
They got Bob Jones
They get
next
Bob
week.
Jones, that's right. If Huntsville's going to need a win against Sparkman on the road and some help from Bob Jones to beat Austin to clinch that fourth playoff spot where you get to go play Thompson University, who, of course, has not even given up probably 50 points all season.
All right, from a Huntsville perspective tonight, a tough one tonight. Last couple games have been tough for Huntsville.
Yeah, they've not played well. They didn't play well at Austin. It was a game that, it just seemed like they weren't focused from the opening kickoff. They did make a game of it, and they were trying to tie it at the end of the third quarter, and I think if they ever could have gotten over the hump and tied the game, they could have stolen it on the road, which would have gone a long way to clinching a playoff berth, would have really already have Huntsville with that win over Sparkman locked into that 4 spot, but they couldn't pull it out. And then tonight, let's just be honest, I've watched every 7A Region 4 team now at least one time. The most talented team I've seen is Florence. I know they made some special teams mistakes to lose in the second half after they had a nice lead against Bob Jones, and they lost a shootout that I witnessed against James Clemens. But I'll tell you what, if they played either one of them again, I would take Florence in the game. I think they're playing really well. And if they have to travel to Thompson or Hoover, because that's going to be that 7A Region 3 title next week, I think they'll be dangerous because they have athletes that can play with a squad like that.
All right, it is 10:40. Let's get our break in. When we come back, we'll run down all of the scores for you on this North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard show.
Jesus tells us to go the second mile. Well, sometimes it's hard enough to go the first mile. But when the Lord is number one in our lives, we not only go the first mile, but we embrace the second mile. We can talk all we want about Jesus and how important he is to us, but we show it in the second mile. In the second mile, the world has changed. In the second mile, the difference is made. In the second mile, the lost world sees Christ in us. Hey, I'm John Dees, pastor of Cross Point Church. We're smack dab across the street from the YMCA in Madison. And check us out at cpcfamily.org.
Explore the culture of craft at the Open Bottle in Madison. Over 1,000 artisanal wines, 600 craft beers including 48 rotating taps, and an extensive array of spirits featuring highly collectible bourbons. Come enjoy live music while relaxing on our expansive patio. Enjoy draft beer, wines by the glass, or specialty cocktails at our full-service bar. We offer party planning and discounts. Wine case deals are available. Check our Facebook page for upcoming music and tasting events. We strive to be the cleanest store in town. The Open Bottle, Highway 72 at Jeff Road, Madison.
The kitchen is the heart of any home. It's where the family gathers. It's where kids discover old recipes and make them their own. Just starting out or just now getting started on the dream kitchen you've always wanted?
I'm Chris Haygood, and from all of us here at Bob Wallace Appliance to the home builders and the homeowners, a heartfelt thank you for buying local. We're in Huntsville, Florence, and Coleman, and online at bobwallaceappliance.com.
If you're ready to lower your utility bills, it's time to call Eagle Insulation. Eagle can handle it all. Attic re-insulation, insulation removal, wall insulation, and new construction insulation, commercial and residential. Our primary goal is to save you money, and lots of it. Typical clients realize their return on investment within 3 to 6 months. That means the re-insulation actually pays for itself and then some. See if we can help you. Contact Eagle Insulation today, 256-755-1556, or log on insulatewitheagle.com. Everybody knows the fun begins when you get to the end zone, where you can enjoy half-price apps every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, half-price burgers every Tuesday, plus late-night pizza specials and a spectacular menu that includes jumbo wings, half-pound burgers, Tex-Mex, and an incredible selection of craft beer, and plenty of big-screen TVs. It's all happening at the end zone, 1851 University Drive, 2030 Cecil Ashburn at Jones Valley Station, and coming in early 2022, Mid-City End Zone at 1115 McMurtry next to the Target Shopping Center.
The kitchen is the heart of any home. It's where the family gathers. It's where kids discover old recipes and make them their own. Just starting out or just now getting started on the dream kitchen you've always wanted?
I'm Chris Haygood, and from all of us here at Bob Wallace Appliance to the home builders and the homeowners, a heartfelt thank you for buying local. We're in Huntsville, Florence, and Coleman, and online at bobwallaceappliance.com.
This is an Alabama legacy moment.
Former basketball player and Hall of Famer Charles Barkley is one of Alabama's most recognizable sports stars. Nicknamed the Round Mound of Rebound and Sir Charles, the Leeds native had a remarkable basketball career with the Auburn University Tigers before embarking on a career in the NBA. Barkley also played for the U.S. Olympic basketball team in the 1992 and 1996 Summer Games. Since his retirement in 2000, Barkley has carved out a niche as a basketball analyst, author, and commentator on political and social issues. Since 2001, Auburn University, the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Phoenix Suns have retired Barkley's number 34 jersey. In 2006, Barkley was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts.
Sponsored by the Alabama Bicentennial Commission, the ABA, and this station.
This is Eli Gold of the Crimson Tide Sports Network. A new contract and expanded playoffs with the same results. Listen to Alabama football on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Welcome back to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show with Scott Tyson. Now, here's Scott and Chad.
Welcome back to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Just a short time left as we appreciate everybody for listening to us. Our Huntsville audience in Madison County on 97.7 ESPN The Zone, 100.1 FM WLAY. In Florence and Muscle Shoals, and 105.9 WKLS Gadsden and Anniston. We appreciate you guys for tuning in with us tonight. They call it Week 8 of the high school football season, and it has lived up to its expectations and then some. We got to get you through all of the scores, and we'll start going inside the numbers a little bit here in the final 10 minutes. Class 7A Region 7, or Region 4, I should say. James Clemens over Sparkman, 21-15. Florence over Huntsville, 56-14. Bob Jones over Grissom, 49-0. And it's Austin over Albertville, 42-0. Class 7A Region 3, Vestavia Hills over Spain Park, 37-6. Hoover over Tuscaloosa County, 49-7. Oak Mountain falls to Thompson in a battle of top 10 teams, 48-6. And Hewitt-Trussville over Gaston City, 35-28. So if the playoffs started today, Thompson would obviously be your number one seed there over Hoover. They're going to find out who's going to be the number one, number two next week. And then your number one would be James Clemens and Bob Jones in Class 7A Region 4. Florence, your number 3. And we will find out who gets that 4th seed next week. Sparkman, Huntsville, Austin, they're all in the mix. They're all alive going into the final week of region play. Class 6A scores.
Class 6A scores.
All right, Hartselle, your second-ranked team in Class 6A, no problems with Hazel Green, 56-7. Decatur over Columbia, 69-6. It's Coleman over Athens, 10-3, and Muscle Shoals over Buckhorn, 35-7. So Hartselle's your region champ in Class 6A Region 8. Here is the plot for Class 6A Region 8. Next week, Muscle Shoals and Coleman will meet. The winner of that game will be your 2 seed. The loser will fall down to the 3 seed. And then you have Athens and Decatur. Decatur, because of winning 3 of their last 4 games, have vaulted themselves into playoff contention. Because if they can beat Athens at home next week, Decatur will get the 4th seed. Athens will miss the playoffs.
What a game that'll be.
That will be a good ball game. You heard from
Yep.
Jerry Adcock here earlier on the North Alabama High School football show.
Class guy.
And he talked to us about that one, and he's the one that told us that, I told him I thought my math was right. And he says, I think your math is right. He goes, but then it also may be tiebreakers, which I don't understand. There's too many of them to understand. So he did.
It's already a big rivalry, though, so that'll be a extra heightened emotion there, Scott.
That'll be a good one. All right, now Class 6A Region 7. Oxford gets the win over Springville, 26-17. Arab was off this week. Scottsboro 27, Southside Gaston 26. Fort Payne over Pell City 58-14. So here is how the Class 6A Region 7 will shake out. Because Oxford got the best of Arab. Now this is where all these tiebreakers and everything else gets all jumbled in here. Oxford will take on Fort Payne next week. And it's simple. If Oxford beats Fort Payne at home, they're region champs. It's that easy. If Fort Payne somehow manages to get by Oxford, that is where everything gets jumbled. Because right now, Fort Payne is 4-1. Arab, 4-1. Oxford is 4-1. So if Fort Payne beats Oxford and Arab would somehow win next week, Arab beat Fort Payne. So Arab could still win a region championship if they were able to get a win next week against Springville. So, I mean, it is all a mess. But that's why we'll be here next week for you. All right, Scotty, Class 5A scores.
Class 5A scores.
All right, Russellville blanks East Limestone 42-0. That was for the de facto region championship there. As we mentioned, 9th-ranked Russellville, East Limestone. Russellville 4-0, East Limestone 5-0 in region play coming in. Russellville won the region last year. They're going to win it this year. East has not won a region title since 2014. They've been runners-up 3 times in the past 7 seasons, 2 of those behind Russellville. Folks, they are tired of looking up at Russellville, but they're going to have to do it for another year. Lee gets the win over Ardmore 35-20, and May Jemison over Lawrence County 54-21. So here we go with that region. Russellville is now 5-0 in region play. East Limestone falls to 5-1. Ardmore falls to 2-3. Lee is 3-2. May Jemison is 2-3. Just so happens that next week, May Jemison travels to Ardmore and Lee is at Russellville. My goodness. So Russellville's going to be your 1 seed. East Limestone is going to be your 2 seed. Somebody between Ardmore, Lee, and May Jemison is going to be your 3 and 4 seeds for the playoffs. Somebody is going to be there. If May Jemison gets by Ardmore and Lee would somehow upset Russellville, then those 2 are in easily. If Ardmore knocks off May Jemison and then Lee falls to Russellville, then that is where all these tiebreakers are going to fall into effect between Ardmore and Lee has the tiebreaker over Ardmore now because they got the win tonight. So right now it's just mess, but we can tell you Russellville is your 1, East Limestone is your 2, Ardmore, Lee, and May Jemison are going to battle it out for the 3 and 4 seeds. All right, Class 5A Region 7. Guntersville over Boaz. That wraps up a region title for the Guntersville Wildcats. Back-to-back region titles for the Wildcats. Fairview over Brewer, 55-14. It is Douglas over West Point, 34-14. Sardis over Crossville, 44-22. All right, and let's get out to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard show. The defending 1A champs, Fayetteville City Tigers, took one on the chin tonight. Craig joins us now from Fayetteville. Craig, not a good night for the defending state champs.
Well, no, it wasn't. Just wasn't quite in sync tonight, Scott. How are you and Chad doing, by the way?
We're hanging in there.
Doing great, brother.
Good, Brad. Good to hear that. Yeah, we're on our way back from Chattanooga now. Had some traffic jams and some rain, but we're heading back. And but no, that just couldn't quite get in sync. Had a week off last week. Had to come back out of region, play a real tough 4A team in Chattanooga Red Bank with the speed to match City, and just a little bit off sync and couldn't get it going. But hey, that's going to help in the long run. 28-0 loss. Fayetteville City lost this week last year, and then we reeled off 14 in a row. So we're going to look to do the same thing. But we'll be back next week against at Huntland, and that'll be a region game, big game. Got to win that one, and then Eagleville next at home, and that'll wind up the regular season the next 2 weeks. But both of them region games. But a little bit off sync tonight. They didn't quit, but just tough. They run into a buzzsaw with Chattanooga Red Bank.
Yeah, Craig, and this is Drew DeArmond. Again, I was listening to Coach's show last night, and obviously he knew this was going to be a tough challenge. This was kind of set up, though, I think, to be a test that they would have to a team that a caliber that they might see in the 1A playoffs. I think that's why he wanted to play Red Bank, to kind of measure where his team was.
Right, that was a big reason, along with nobody else wanted to play us. But no, really, that was a big reason. They have the speed and the depth and stuff to match up with. If we make a run deep in the playoffs, say the semis and or the finals, facing a team like Peabody out of West Tennessee or McKenzie out of West Tennessee, who are real tough 1A teams out there, then that is a good gauge tonight for them.
All right, Craig. Well, we appreciate the phone call tonight, and back at it next week as the Fayetteville City Tigers. Yes,
defending state champions. Head over back in the region play at Huntland, 7 o'clock next Friday night.
And Craig, we appreciate your call, but we've already had some history of our own in Alabama. As we talked to Geraldine coach Michael Davis, they ended the 51-game winning streak of the Fife Red Devils tonight at home, 20-19. So Fife has lost a regular season game for the first time since 2015, and a game for the first time since 2017.
All right, Craig, we thank you for your call tonight, bud.
Okay, that ended a 14-game winning streak for us too. But hey, we'll
safe travels.
Hey, thank y'all. Appreciate it.
All right, let's get it through it. We got one more time. Time is running out, Chad. We got to get through these scores one more time. This is your 2-minute warning. Time for us to hit these scores and let you know who came out on top. One more time. Class 7A Region 4, James Clemens over Sparkman, 21-15. Florence over Huntsville, 56-14. Bob Jones over Grissom, 49-0. Austin over Albertville, 42-0. Class 7A Region 3, 37-6. Spain Park falls to Vestavia Hills. Hoover over Tuscaloosa County, 49-7. Thompson over Oak Mountain, 46-8. And Hewitt-Trussville over Gaston City, 35-28.
Moving on to Class 6A Region 8, Hartselle, the winner, 56-7 over Hazel Green. Decatur all over Columbia, 69-6. Coleman a winner in a close one, 10-3 over Athens, and Muscle Shoals 35, Buckhorn 7.
Class 6A Region 7, Oxford over Springville 26-17. It's Scottsboro over Southside Gaston 27-6. Fort Payne over Pell City 58-14. Class 5A Region 8, Russellville shuts out East Limestone 42-0. It's Lee over Ardmore 35-20. May Jemison over Lawrence County 54-21. Class 5A Region 7, Guntersville over Boaz 45-17. Fairview over Brewer 55-14. It's Douglas over West Point 34-14. It's Sardis over Crossville 44-22.
Class 5A Region 6, Alexandria 40 better than Moody 47-7. Lincoln 42, Hayden 7. Leeds 42, Corner 13. Center Point all over St. Clair County, 52-16. Moving on to 5A Region 4, Sylacauga travels to Talladega and takes the win, 49-14. Class 4A Region 8, as we move on to Class 4A, Rogers won better than West Limestone, 14-13. Yesterday, Priceville 28-16. Also, West Morgan 38-8. Central Florence.
That's going to do it. That is going to do it. That is all the time we have for this edition of the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. We appreciate you. Eli Gold, you don't come on till tomorrow. Quit taking over the darn show. That's going to do it. There you go. We are through 8 weeks of the High School Football Scoreboard Show. We'll be back at it next week. Next week, we're going to crown some more region champions. We're going to settle some playoff berths. We're going to let you know who's headed to the postseason. We've got more coaches. We've got more scores. We've got more things for you on the horizon. Appreciate everybody from our North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show staff joining us tonight. Sorry for the pizza. Sorry the couch is gone. Big thanks to all of our coaches. Big thanks to Chad Guathney, Drew DeArm, and Steve Moulton for everybody for helping make this show happen. We'll be back at it with you guys next week on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show Hotline.
Never mind fall and football being in the air. We want to taste it.
And never mind not being able to tailgate at the game. Let's create the ultimate barbecue experience in your own backyard.
You said it, Foster Brooks. And that's where Brooks & Collier comes in. Big selection of outdoor furniture.
And a big selection of grills and smokers like Traeger, Big Green Egg, Blaze, even DCS, and more.
This is the good stuff.
And Paul, we definitely got the accessories. And remember, we deliver. Visit us at 813 Meridian Street and shop online at brooksandcollier.com.
Switching season is back at WOW. Switch to Superfast Internet 100 with no contracts for just $19.99 a month and get the first month free. Sign up at Huawei.com today.
Wow.
Limited to new customers with auto pay and paperless billing. Offer subject to change. Restrictions and terms apply.
Hey everyone, let's all stop what we're doing and take a moment. You see? Every moment can be kind of special. But they can be loud moments, goofy moments, dorky moments, it doesn't matter. Because every time dads like us take a moment like that to spend with our kids, well, it's pretty momentous. So let's take a moment to make a moment. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Yes, I did. They had me try out in the middle of the night the other night. I didn't tell anybody, though. I just figured, why not? You know, maybe I'll go out and throw the first puck out or something one day or whatever. Or is it drop the puck? Which one is it?
Throw the puck out? What do you think? That's a puck toss.
Yeah, toss. Drop the puck.
GJ and Max. Mornings on ESPN Radio.
WCZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Well, you know, my dad put our station on the air, actually with a couple of other business people, Howard E.